Aloha, it's Dave Lawrence. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for listening. Today we continue speaking with guests from this upcoming Kauai Rocks event. LoveHopeStrength.org is where you can learn more about it. It's an innovative way to fight cancer, spend time outdoors, do memorable stuff with some very down-to-earth artists from across the musical spectrum. It's a pleasure to welcome one of them right now. It's a woman on the line who has won multiple Grammys, been nominated for a whole bunch more, seen on TV, worked with shows like The Larry Sanders Show, The Simpsons, and others. She's acted, like in the film Crazy, playing Kitty Wells. Maybe you saw her at that epic, it was almost 20 years ago, the Bob Fest, the thing with Bob Dylan, 1992 at Madison Square Garden. Her most recent record, I believe, is live, and we'll hear more about her fascinating life. She's a very gifted artist. We offer a warm aloha and mahalo to Shawn Colvin. Aloha and mahalo, Shawn.
Thank you. Aloha to you.
And thanks for taking a moment. I really do appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Now,
you are a person who, before we get into this exciting adventure you're about to go on, and in the name of a righteous cause, I should add, I wanted to just touch base on your Hawaii connections and stuff. Previous visits, maybe performances, islands you've been on, memories, friends who may live out here. What's your connection to the Aloha State?
Let's see. I think the first time I went to Hawaii was North Shore, Kauai, where we're going to be holding Kauai Rocks.
Yep.
And I think it was my honeymoon for my first marriage. And I think that's the first time no, that's not true. I went with my sister once, and we went to the North Shore, Kauai.
Okay. So double dipping there on the North Shore in Kauai.
Double dipping on the North Shore. This will probably be the fourth time I've been there, I guess. I went for Christmas another time. When my daughter was not even a year old, and she's 13 now. So it's been a long time. I've been to Kona. I did some kind of a private function there, corporate gig, and that is it.
Oh, wow. So you've never been to Honolulu?
Well, no, that's not true. I stopped through Honolulu once on the way to Sydney, but did not spend time.
Okay, so you did stop, but you didn't. And in terms of performance, these have all just been like family, personal visits, so they weren't professional visits. You've never played here?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, nice. Well, it's even more special getting to talk to you. I dig that. And what's your memory from I love the Big Island. It's a lot of fun. Anytime I get a chance to be there, it's magical. Anything that sticks out from your experience over there that comes to mind as we're talking?
Well, at one point in my life, it's been a few years now, I was beginning triathlons, and I never did an Ironman or anything, but I was fascinated by seeing the terrain that those guys have to swim and bike and run on. Because it's just a bunch of hot black rocks with a lot of wind. and that was, of course that's not all it was, but that was fascinating to me, so that's what I remember about that.
Yeah, well, the terrain over there is it's wild. They have a little bit of everything. I like to think. Plus, it's bigger. You could put the whole state inside that one island. Now, when I think about this particular trip that you've got coming up. Oh, and one other quick question: Willie Nelson, not a friend of yours? You don't know him?
I know him. I've met him, but I know him to speak to, but not good friends. Don't know him that well.
Okay.
I know he's got a place out there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's like people forget. They're like, oh yeah, I spent a week out at Willie's. How could I forget that?
No, I didn't spend a week at Willie's.
just wanted to check. Now I've talked to.
Well, never mind. I won't say that.
No, say it. What?
Well, it might be a little bit of a spacey experience, but I have not spent. No, I've been out to Willie's place in Spicewood Springs in Texas, but not to his place in Hawaii. No.
Yeah, he's quite a fixture, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I'm sure he is.
In the local thing here. So, as I was starting to say, I've gotten to talk with most of these cats who are going to be joining you for the event. And I guess it was John Oates who said that, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something to the effect of he was responsible for getting you on board this particular event.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the story behind that?
Well, John's from Aspen.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up in Telluride usually once a year around Christmas time and do a show there. And the people that promote my shows said, do you want to like hook up with John Oates and do a show together where you switch songs back and forth, do a kind of a song swap thing? And
that's
yeah.
cool.
So John and I had maybe met a time or two. Yeah, we had, but we'd never played together before. We got together and rehearsed for an afternoon, and then the next night we did a show together. And we had a great time. So I call it Shawn and Oates. And then we did another gig together in Montana over the winter, and then this came up, and I said, that sounds really cool. And he said, let me see if they're interested in having you, and they were.
Who would not be interested in having you, Shawn? What kind of question is that?
You never know. I'd had enough already, I don't know. But they were. So, yes, John's directly responsible. He put me in touch with Shannon, and I talked to her, and now I'm coming.
Had you ever, and I'm assuming you had never done any sort of outdoor adventures with Love, Hope, Strength previously then?
No, and this one is kind of easy peasy compared to some of the other ones they've done. No, I haven't. I wasn't even aware of the organization until I met John and then met Shannon. So, and it's a great one.
Yeah, we've been fortunate. We're hearing stories about the Machu Picchu one. We heard about the one in Colorado, I guess it was Pikes Peak. And then, of course, they climbed the Empire State Building. And so they've had some interesting trips. Now, on this...
Fuji, too.
Say again?
I think they did Mount Fuji as well.
Oh, they have. I'm in Mount Kilimanjaro. I was merely providing a couple of highlights, my friend.
All right, okay. Carry on.
Not the full rundown. I see that you're hosting this sunrise yoga.
I will be there. I will be there. Yes, I have a daughter. Sunrise is not an abnormal time for me to be getting up, and I'm not the best yoga person in the world, but I have done it. Be there, and I think I'm going to do a zip line thing too.
I like it. So you sort of answered my question that I had, which was I was wondering if the yoga was because it was a passion of yours, but you're really saying it's sort of a new thing for you. You're going to be trying.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to be leading the class or anything. I'll be there.
You'll be doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be participants and people that are helping fundraise for us that, guests of ours that are going to be a lot better than me. But, I'm athletic. I can do it.
Well, it's good to hear this, to flesh it out, because when you read it, it's like Sunrise Yoga with Shawn Colvin. Yeah, well, that's true. I like it.
That's not false advertising. It's true.
No, it's not at all. And are there other, when you look at the lineup of stuff, are there other outdoor passions of yours that you will be tapping?
Well, I'm looking at the lineup. I know we talked about doing zip lining and snorkeling and boogie boarding, although the boogie boarding seems to have gone away. I'm not sure why, because Honolulu Bay is a really fun place to go kind of have a little fun there. And what's another thing? Oh, I said better not put me on a horse. That horseback riding, but I don't think they want. And then there's a hike that I plan to do, and I don't see zip lining here either in this small little blurb that I've got. But there was talk about it. So
what's up with you and the? I guess it was Miles from Fastball who also had an aversion, you might say, for horses. What's up with you and horses?
Oh, it's fairly simple. I'm just afraid of them, and that's not a good thing to be. They don't like that. So
right.
I just it's just one of those. I've been on horses, and if I have to get on a horse again, I will. It's not like I have a terrible, terrible aversion. But given my choice,
sure,
I would prefer to do the sunrise yoga and get on the horse.
That's why we live in the land of choice, and I second that without question. Just like to see where people's, because I was and John, interestingly enough, they have him down for because you're not alone in being in leading or being part of one of the major activities there. John Oates from Hall & Oates is going to be leading or a big part of a 17-mile Nepali Coast kayak trip.
No, I won't be there for that. I'm not. I have a gig, and I can't get there till after that date.
Oh.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Wow. Would you have done that?
The 17-mile kayak? Yeah, I'd have done it.
Okay. All right. These other guys are saying that seems long. 17 miles in the open ocean, Shawn.
Well, if you had a partner, you know, you just kind of slack off and let them do the work. So it would work out fine. I'd like to learn how to surf from Donovan, but, you know, I've only tried surfing once. I don't know if that'll be pretty psyched.
All of you guys want surfing lessons, so get in line. Maybe they'll put you in the front of the line, though, ladies first. But everybody I've talked to says, I want to spend some time getting a surfing lesson from Donovan.
Yep. Well, there you go. I'm probably at the back of the line. I'll be doing the yoga. Yoga. That'll be me.
Your comedy. Let's talk about the musical side a little bit. Because there's a lot of talented cats coming together on this. No question, all of you are special and bring something different to the table. But I can just imagine for myself, selfishly, you'd be pretty cool to see just kicking back around a campfire with the guitar. Like, you could fit into that so well, the way I know you as an artist. Explain what's going to happen with these little beach jams as you understand it.
I assume they'll go. I mean, I assume a lot of the people really who are coming will be, have music as a hobby, not the artists that are asked to come, but the guests. And, somebody starts with something and somebody joins in, and then that reminds somebody of something else, and then they start that, and then, I hope that's how it's going to be. I hope it's not going to be real formalized, because we're going to have a concert like that.
Right.
Where you get up and do your own stuff. I hope the campfire ones are more like, pulling out some old Beatles stuff, and that's, everybody's secret passions and campfire-esque things, but no kumbaya. Gosh on that.
On the campfire jamming interplay front, is there an artist on here you're sort of like, wow, that'll be kind of cool to be around them, maybe get to jam with them? Has anyone crossed your mind in that way?
Yeah, well, all of them, to tell you the truth, because I haven't met any of them except for John. Nice. So I've heard a lot about Donovan and Billy and Miles and Mike, and honestly, it's going to be great. Dig all of them. Dig it.
What are you chowing on?
Sorry, I hadn't eaten anything. I'm having a Lara bar.
It's adorable. No, you can chow away, my friend. So the show proper that you mentioned there, that's also outdoors, though, right? It's not, or am I wrong? Or is that inside like a ballroom at the hotel kind of deal?
No, I think it's outdoors.
Okay. Wow, that's going to be cool. So it's
23rd?
Say again?
The one on August 23rd?
I guess that would be it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a private concert kind of thing.
That's really cool.
But the local community is invited to join, so you can get tickets on www.kawairocks.org.
Oh, if you just want to come to that one show.
If you want to come to that one show, the tickets are $100 and it includes dinner, and you have to buy them in advance. You can't just show up.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
And give the website again.
It's it's www.kawairocks.org.
Right.
And it's on August 23rd at Common Ground.
Okay. That's nice. Yeah, that's the one that I was looking at. And so that'll be you solo, though, not with a band.
Not with a band, yeah.
All of you will play solo.
He brings a band, but I don't know how these people are going to do what they're going to do. I'm planning on playing solo.
Yeah, they're all doing it solo, too. I've been getting the rundown. Our people are going to be so informed it's going to be ridiculous.
Good.
When the test comes on this one, my class is at the top. On the tip of doing outdoor venues in special places, you have played some other wild outdoor venues, and I just want to hear about one of them, and if another one comes to mind, I'll take a bonus story from you. But what was the experience like? Tell a little bit about doing that show in Israel at Masada, I guess it's called.
My God, yeah. Wow. That's, I've played at Red Rocks and the Gorge and, I don't know, cool, majestic places in our country. But that was whacked. It was Masada in the middle of the desert in Israel, near the Dead Sea. It was 120 degrees. So the concert started at 3 a.m. and ended at sunrise, 2 nights in a row. People could only drive in so far where they had to park and then be bussed in the rest of the way. And these people came out and watched this show in the middle of the night with their kids. And the star of the show is David Broza, who's an amazingly popular singer-songwriter in Israel. And they call him the Israeli Bob Dylan, and he's very much a proponent of peace in his time, in his area. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. He brought me and Jackson Brown, and he had a band, and it was beautiful and touching and strange, just really otherworldly for me.
And you, so you never went to bed, I'm assuming, the night before, and you show up there at what time on site?
Had to show up about midnight to get some makeup on. It was, it was
filmed
by PBS, so you can buy it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I think it's called David Broza at Masada or something. Sounds like a good title. And then to get makeup put on and just prepare, get dressed, whatever, and then it started at 3:00 and ended. It was a long show. Probably ended 4 hours later, and then you had to attempt to sleep all day. Do it again the next night.
2 nights in a row, you said, or 3 nights? 2 nights.
Two. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that is so. And then I could be wrong, but I'm just gauging from your reaction. And you mentioned some of the other places, which was really cool, and I appreciate. So, in comparison to the other cool places like the Red Rocks that you named, and man, you've been around for a while doing this, so I'm sure you've seen a lot of good places. How would that one rank? And is there another one that comes to mind as being at the top?
This one isn't even Masada. I don't even put it in the same sphere as other amphitheaters that I've played, because I can't think of any other that I've played besides the States. I'm thinking real hard here at the moment. I think I was at the Glastonbury Festival once in England, but that's a festival. That's a big field of mud.
Yeah, exactly.
Masada's like being on the moon.
Wow. Plus the timing, yeah. I don't think you've probably haven't done a gig where you had to show up at that kind of hour, right? I mean, that's like a strange timing.
Very strange timing. You had to be ending at sunrise, which was gorgeous. It was, and the whole feel of the show. I mean, this guy is really passionate and electric and powerful guy, really powerful guy, and has some really, really popular songs in Israel about peace, and that are anthemic and and are known by all. So there was, the audience joining in on some of these songs in Hebrew that were about peace in the Middle East and in Israel, and I've never seen anything like it. Never been a part of anything like that. Never.
I bet. Well, I'm glad I brought that up.
I'm glad you brought it up.
As we come to a close here, man, I could talk to you forever. You're really cool and easygoing. At that Bob thing that you did in '92, which I alluded to in your intro, did you meet him?
I didn't. I met him another time. I didn't meet him that time. No.
What was it like when you met him? Tell us about it.
Was he what?
Tell us. Say, what did you just laugh about? What did you say?
But I met some other people
at that thing. Yeah. No, I know you did. You're funny. But on Dylan, when did you actually finally meet him, and what was it like?
I met him the year that I won 2 big Grammy Awards for the song "Sonny Came Home," and Dylan won an award for I think it was Best Rock Album or Album of the Year or something for "Time Out of Mind."
Yeah.
We were on the same record label, Columbia. So there was a party afterwards, and that's where I met him.
Was it cool?
It was cool. I mean, he didn't say much. We had our picture taken, and no, he didn't say much to me. We didn't get in a big convo, so, but I met him.
Is that one of your fave pics?
Yeah, it's a great pic. He's in his cowboy attire with his little mustache and stuff, and I mean, it's huge. I have a picture of me with Paul McCartney, too. That's right up there.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm high-fiving you on that one. Is there anybody who you've run into and you're like, damn, I can't believe they're a fan of mine? Like somebody like that, or any kind of star, somebody that we would all know who they were, who they've come up to you at one of your gigs and you've said to yourself, like, damn, I can't believe so-and-so is into my stuff.
Well, sure, all kinds of people. I mean, a great example of that is Gary Shandling. A friend of mine, Dave, who's a friend of Gary's, brought him to a show, and he was like, I'm really a fan, and that's how I got on his show. Who would have figured that?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Any other example like that?
Oh, yeah, sure, lots of people. I mean, musicians I've admired my whole life, like Jackson, Brown, and James Taylor, ended up telling me they liked what I did, and that's just like, it doesn't get any better than that. Oh. I saw Jamie Lee Curtis at a concert of mine once, just stuff like that, when people come out and you're kind of stunned.
That's cool.
Yeah, they know you, yeah.
That's cool. I'm sure you got a nice picture collection. Well, I hope you've had fun talking. It's been nice chit-chatting with you today.
Well, that was a great time.
And thank you. I really enjoyed getting to talk with you. You're a lot of fun. Are you on your trip to the islands? I know that you have a tight schedule. Are you going to be going through Honolulu, or are you just zipping right to Kauai?
No, I'm coming straight. Why, are you in Honolulu?
Yeah, we do. We're in Honolulu. We're the big NPR station. We have Morning Edition, All Things Considered, Fresh Air, all that stuff.
Right. You should come visit over there and do a little live.
Well, I was thinking about that, but I just wanted to throw this thing in your head, and you'll just tell me if it's workable or not, something you're interested in or don't have time for. We have this 75-seat performing arts studio that's attached to the radio station. It's kind of like our own little Austin City Limits sort of thing.
Cool.
And it's perfect for, like acoustic stuff. We did Glenn Phillips from Toad the Wet Sprocket recently, and he did a nice solo thing. We can sell it out really easily. It's not that, it's not a big money maker, but it's something that, as you can imagine, 75 seats, it can cover expenses and make a cool thing happen. Would you be at all interested in dabbling and maybe coming over and doing something on the way back or something, or is this just wouldn't work?
Let's talk about that. Time is kind of tight, like on the way over and the way back, because I have to start a record when I get home. But, somehow, someday.
Okay, very good. You're the best. I give you a big hug, and we'll see. If it works, it works. Another time, maybe it works. The only reason I say now is just because to get you out into the islands, it costs a whole bunch of dough. So you're already here. It cuts the expense.
I hear you, but I get there on the Tuesday that show is happening. I'll get there at 1:30 in the afternoon, and then I've got to leave on a Sunday after. You know what? I'll just get a better idea of what the exact events are and see if there's any wiggle room. So I leave there on Sunday evening, the 28th.
Okay. Yeah, you poke around. I'll reach out to Lisa. You just see if there's any wiggle. If there is, we'll do something. Otherwise, we'll just keep in touch. We'll make something happen eventually. But while you're here, we'll see if it's possible.
All right. That's great to know about,
Yeah. No, it's a cool room. It would be. You'd smoke that thing. I know it. So
I'd love to come play there. I never play in Hawaii.
No, and it'd be good. It's the right size. It'd be a good venue. You'd be supporting a good cause. It's right up your alley. Well, we'll stay in touch. And if anything else changes, you know how to reach me. Just I'll reach out to Lisa. You'll have my email and everything. And so if there's anything else I can do, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Hey, Shawn, thank you. It was a lot of fun talking to you. I give you a big hug and a high five, and stay safe, okay?
Thank you. You too. It's fun talking to you, too.
Aloha.
Bye.